update. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live. I'll make shorts and I'll do that throughout the day when when I'm home, which is like 90% of the time because I don't go anywhere, and I'm fine with that. I've always been a homebody, but I'm going to display for first off. Well, I'm gonna approach different topics today, as I always do, and oh my God, look at my hair. Look at my hair. Wow. Hoo hoo. Because I straightened it. And I gotta put grist in it. All right, this is what I'm gonna do today. Hold on. This was a part of it. This was a cabinet. This was up. Look how beautiful these were made. Well, this is the mylar wood that I was talking about when you, if you're deciding on uh, upgrading your kitchen cabinets. So, all right. So, did somebody put a block on me because I have nobody signing on? And they maybe they did because they critique everything, but okay. Uh, yeah. So here we go. This is the cabinet. See, and this was horizontal on the wall, and uh, Patty MacGyver ingenuity at all times. These were cushions that came from an order or purchase that I made. And so I saved them. And here it goes here. So now what I'm going to do is, hold on. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. All right. Be right back. One moment. Don't go away. I'll be right back. Enjoy the music. Your newscaster will be right back. She'll be right back momentarily, momentarily. Here I am. I'm in within earshot. Hi, my boo boo. You gonna go outside? Okay, let me feed my baby. My baby needs some foodie. Okay, my baby, you need some foodie, right? Okay. Give you a little nibble for now. Okay. It's the second time you're gonna have a little treat. Okay. Okay. Hold on, boo boo. Here you go, boo boo. All right. 2:30, you get your lunch meal. Okay. Hello. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I have to, well, I'm gonna flip this on its side, but before I do that, I have these little dollies that I picked up from Harbor Freight, and they're just like totally banging, man. Like, I could actually sit on this on a piece of plastic and just skate around if I really wanted to. All right, so I'm gonna mark where I'm gonna put it, because what I want to do is I want to take my television there, my TV there, and I want to put it on here, and I have this, which was a uh, this is also from Habitat. I'm gonna tape on here because I had the lights. This was like, I think, $40. I love that store. All right, so these pieces of wood, I bought the plank and I had the guy cut it down. Oh my God, that dust. Oh my God. I would get punished if my mother saw that. Dust! Are you kidding? Dust! No, that was my stepfather. Um, but, okay, so I'm gonna put this wood on top, and then that piece of wood will go, the thicker piece of wood will go above that, but I have to put the dollies on. But like I was saying, well, I put that I was going to talk about um, fiscal major blunders. Um, we're all watching the news. We all see what's happening. And well, when you talk about fiscal responsibility and government, the two together don't coincide. They don't coincide. So, I mean, we can obviously tell, right? So, uh, what is going to be the plan for all the people that are going to really, really go into the very deep, dark, doldrum abyss of impoverishment and homelessness? Because I would volunteer, I would 100%, like I said, I would work and to work with people that suffer, that have these crises and all that. And thank God, alhamdulillah, my son is much better. I just saw a picture of him. Uh, I don't know how old this picture was, but no, it was actually pretty recent because my niece had seen him. Well, she said she's seen him. I don't know because there's always so much. Unfortunately, there's a lot of cover-ups in my family, and it's just like, and I really, I don't live like that, and I really just, to me, that's just a total mind blank, and it's like, there was a thing my mom used to say, God rest my mother. Hold on one second. Um, I gotta get my lid. My son, he says he was, when he was in his state, that I'm neurotic because I like my drinks covered. No, I like my drinks covered, number one, because there's a lot of particulate matter in the air, and well, we ingest that, and it's on our skin and everything, and on our eyelashes. We have mites. So I don't like stuff going onto my liquids. And years ago, somebody spiked me. And that happened. That happened. Yep, that happened. That's another story. That's another story. But anyway, let me get my cup, my holder, cover. Oh yeah, and then also too, something about witnessing towers implode, that like you see and all that. So I always, but anyway, I went a long way for that cover. Let me go find it. Hold on, I'll be right back. This is what happens when you get old. One thing leads into another. It's like, well, this, that. Oh, my God, where's my cover? Oh, here's the cover. Oh, here's the cover. Let me rinse it off because there might be particulate matter on here. Okay, hold on. I gotta get my chair. I gotta get the chair because I got all these projects going on. And my kitchen's getting back to the way it's supposed to be. Slow but steady. Slow but steady on my budget. It's life, that's how it goes. I don't do that. Like, gotta have it right now. It's like, you know what? I get to it when I get to it. Everything is covered and paid for here, so and I'm good. Alhamdulillah, that's right. There should be a foundation for first-time home buyers. It should be a mandatory education, fiscal education, to tell people to, number one, advise individuals. Hold on, I can't wear this. This thing is like, this is vinyl, it's polyester. It's like, whew, when you're wearing freaking plastic on you. So, of course, it's going to hold the heat. When people are buying a home, they should learn about all the additional expenses that you're going to accrue, but you're so high and elevated because it's like, you're getting the keys to a property, but I learned that the hard way. So but not really. I mean, we took our time, but that's what people should know, that you're going to need a lot of extra additional funds to maintain that property, so that's just how it works out. But they don't talk about any of this. There's no responsibility. There's no, it's like, oh, listen. And you got so many of these outfits, these places that like these mortgage places that they know that people don't have great credit, but yet they get some licensing, and then they're allowed to go ahead and write mortgages for people. So, yeah, and a question about that, well, if you know the person selling the home and you write a mortgage for them, but the president of that company signs it, because that's what just had happened to me, that's a violation. So these people are very shady. The rice industry, look it up, RICE, is filled with many, many gray areas that need to be corrected, all right? Because we are now at the preliminary stages of a real estate financial bubble. I hope people are realizing and are aware of this. And I'm not Miss Debbie Downer. I'm not negative Nancy, negative Nora. It's happening. It's happening. Like I spoke on a video. I had an awake vision. It just like, this is what happens. And I see Putin and Xi Jinping extending, having Palestine be in BRICS. Now imagine if that happens, they're going to think I'm part of Secret Service or something. I just have the gift. I have the gift. A crazy story, I'll talk about stuff like this. Years ago, when I lived in Yonkers, it was the year that man, I believe his name was Ferguson, he went on the LIRR and he was involved with fatalities, with the pew pew. I had an awake vision of trains, and then of trains in commotion and a scuffle, and then J Lo came into the vision, and then that's within that same like 3 day or week, 2 week time span. There was that incident that happened out on the railroad, and one of the victims' mother, this white woman, a blonde lady, she became a congresswoman. Yeah, she became some type of, she held some political posts out in Nassau or Suffolk. I don't recall exactly, but the specifics. But this came to me in an awake vision, and when I tell you, like, my right hand to God, right hand to God, right hand to God, these things come to me, and it's just like it's something so profound that I can't explain it, and it's not. I don't deal with sorcery. I don't deal with any of that. Yeah, I have in the past. I did the tarot and the palmistry and all that. But I don't need to pay somebody because I have the gift. So I don't, you know what I mean? It's like certain people are born with it. It's an innate skill. I mean, I am of an African. That's my, from my father's side, and also with my grandfather. My grandfather was 100% Russian. He was a Russian Jew. All right, and so and that that whole Rasha. Nosvaraño. I learned that word. That's not a nice word. That's a bad word. Bad word. Bad girl. Bad girl. But anyhow, um, so that's that. That's that. But I'm just praying for peace because we're gonna need peace. Oh, Canada is no longer going to be supplying the United States with fuel. That's happening. A limit on egg purchases, 2 per dozen. At Aldi's yesterday, they were 4.85. I believe they were 4.85, or maybe it was a 4.35. I was a little fur. I was fur from the ice boxes where they have all the perishables. Yeah. And how about the price of the pork? Ugh, pork. I don't eat pork. God bless anybody who does. I know it's a it's a sacred cuisine in the Asian culture. I don't indulge in pork any longer. Nope. Because of my health issues and my digestion, I don't consume red meat. Very minimal. I mean, I haven't had. I don't know. It doesn't break down in my body. It just doesn't. And it's like it's almost like for me, having red meat, it's like having an additional liver in my body because I don't break it down. I don't process it, you know. And a lot of people are like that. But anyway, let me show off what I'm gonna do while I have nobody watching. But that's okay. Did somebody put a block on my channel? They're like, oh, she's talking too much about politics. And she's speaking on too many things that we can't. No, no, no. They'll be hearing very soon. They'll be hearing from me very soon. Corp Council, Corporation Council, State Corp Council, New York City. Uh huh. Yeah, and we'll be coming to some type of settlement agreement. And well, that's gonna be in suit. In suit. And I got to give a big shout out. I got to give a big shout out to the person who gave me strength that I never knew I freaking had. And I actually shared that in a text message on a LinkedIn, and I will post that. All right. I feel very very sorry for this individual. I honestly do, because well, for some when a man is a SA aggressor towards a woman, that means it either happened to him at one point, okay? So, you know, I pray that you have healing in your soul. All right. And although I really, 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 sincerely um, would have liked to at one point respond in a negative manner, but I feel empathy for a person like you. That's it. I feel empathy. I feel empathy because for some reason or another, the lost, broken souls find me, and I am the repair woman, the person who mends them back. So I hope you've healed from your bad deeds, but I will be compensated. All right. And whether that comes from this person's property assets that are owned jointly by him and his spouse, it's really not going to be my problem. All right. So, like that song, "Say la vie, say la vie." All right, I gotta mark this out. I gotta do some markings here while I happily, merrily go along. But because I change my mind so often, what I'm gonna do before I screw them in, I'm gonna just tape them on and then see how I kind of feel with the fit. It should be fine. It should be fine. It's the same height as that table there, so it'll work out. Yeah. Another great idea for home projects and renos, like if you want to do your cabinets or something, like say you want to put in a different a vanity in a bathroom, or cabinetry in your kitchen, you could buy furniture. All right, you can buy it's like a good solid piece of furniture, something that's well made, not this particle board that's made nowadays, and remove the top, take out the drawers or the center of the drawers, it depends on how many drawers, or all of them, whatever, and then put your countertop over that, and then you have your cutout for your sink and your faucet and all that. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. There's so much stuff to do that we waste so much, and it's why our landfills are so filled, and this is why we have a lot of health issues here in the Western Hemisphere. There's health ailments galore, and it comes from the food. It comes from our food. Cool cup. It says caffeine is the new black, and of course, it was from a thrift shop. Anyway, I'm going to show my project when I'm finished. Remove the block. Bye. Thanks for watching. Or stalking.